and welcome to Untitled Chapter, the show where we break down your favorite made-for-TV movies one bottle at a time. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm your host, Patrick Serrano, and today we are talking about How I Met Your Murderer, not How I Met Your Mother. How I Met Your Murderer stars Rachele Schank, Chris Zylka, Billy Armstrong, and Nicole Gia. Now on the show, we either pour it up, which means yes, or put a cork in it, which means no, thank you. So, what are we going to do to this movie? Pour it up! If you haven't seen the movie and you want to avoid spoilers, you're going to want to go ahead and hit pause because I'm going to do a quick little recap starting now.
The movie begins with a podcaster. Remember when I was a podcaster? Hey, listen to that back catalog of Lifetime in Court wherever you listen to podcasts. Okay, sorry. The movie begins with a true crime podcaster named Mack. She tells the story of a blue ribbon killer about a teenager who was murdered on prom night 15 years ago. Then, she trolls the murderers everywhere.
So, for any of you murderers listening, this is your warning. We are on to you.
Mack and her hot husband Henry are having trouble conceiving. She tries in vitro but has issues with her husband because of his cheating past with a coworker. Henry has anger issues, but he looks good shirtless. The two have some serious makeup sex. While researching for her podcast, Max accidentally breaks a coffee cup at a coffee shop and is helped by a handsome man hiding behind big glasses. It's like reverse She's All That. He's a sexy cop named Oliver. He also happens to be an old classmate of Henry's, and they both went to the high school where the pool girl died. While looking through an old yearbook, Matt realizes that Henry and the pool girl Lily dated. With Henry now a suspect, Mac begins to have nightmares that her husband is killing her. He asks her to stop looking into the blue ribbon killer, but that only makes her look harder. Mac interviews Lily's sister, or maybe BFF, I'm not sure, who shares that Lily was suicidal because Henry cheated on her as well. It is suddenly Mac's birthday, and it seems that all Henry got her is a Post-it.
Oh, Berger broke up with me on a Post-it.
On a Post-it?
Yep. Read it and weep, my friends.
I'm sorry, I can't. Don't hate me.
He makes it up to her by showing up shirtless with a party hat on. It's way sexier than it should be. I'm not complaining. At a birthday dinner, Henry has another meltdown when Mac shows him the earrings she's wearing. After a romantic rooftop wine session with Oliver, Mac reads some old breakup letters of Lily's and notices that Lily is wearing the earrings from the birthday dinner. June, Mac's producer slash BFF, crosses the line before a book signing, causing a rift between the friends. At the signing, Mac is accosted by angry family members who listen to the podcast. Then, in an alley, one of the non-fans pulls a knife on her. Oliver comes to her rescue, and in return, Max sleeps with him, which to me seems like a win-win. Convinced Henry is a cheating, lying murderer, Mac is vindicated when she finds pool IDs of the other brunette victims of the blue ribbon killer. Henry surprises Mac by coming home early, and she welcomes him home with a fist to the face. Mac runs away and finds Oliver to help. They go to the pool, and he calls 911. While on a date, June thinks she sees the man who attacked Mac with a knife and chases after him. She learns that he was paid to attack Mac by Oliver, who is not a cop. Mac already knows this because she sees that Oliver dialed 411 and faked the 911 call. Oliver explains that he accidentally killed Lily, the pool girl, during an argument. He framed Henry for the murder. Mac frees herself and struggles over the gun, shooting Oliver. The podcast episode comes out and it's a huge success. Blah, blah, blah. Mac takes a pregnancy test because she is pregnant. But who's the father? And that is How I Met Your Murder.
So this movie had a lot of things going for it. The name just so bizarre. How I Met Your Murderer. I hope I said that right at the beginning because I think I said How I Met Your Murder, but whatever, of course, about a podcaster, which I used to do a podcast called Lifetime in Court. Check out the back catalog, And it was a mystery, but it really wasn't a mystery because that's not the point of a Lifetime movie. It's not always about figuring out who did it. It was very obvious that it was Chris from the get-go with his glasses. Just knew he was too hot to be wearing glasses. And that's suspicious. So he is the killer. And that's how I saw Lifetime movies. But that's not the point. Point is, we got some shirtless hunks for the swimming part, which we love. A good pool scene in a Lifetime movie. B, the movie was written and directed by females. So the characters were a little bit more fleshed out than they normally are. You don't get the heavy exposition dialogue right at the top, which is the worst. No shade. I'm not going to be shady at all. Okay, Emily Dow's the director here. She 100% gets the genre. She knows exactly what we're looking for. Looking for the hunky hunks, the beautiful people in danger. She delivered on that. And now it is time for the Minority Report, the segment where we talk about representation in TV movies and why it matters. This movie did a good job, of course, having representation. We had June, played by Nicole Gia, Kristen, played by Gabriella David, Jackie, played by Kitsa Jimenez-Jones, Andy, played by Wavirsia Villan. So while the representation was good, I do have a challenge for our Lifetime producers, writers, and directors out there. Mack and June switched actors. So you'd have Nicole playing Mack and Raquel playing June. Nicole is such a great actress. I loved her in this movie. Her character kind of annoyed me a little bit because stereotypical Asian best friend role that we've talked about for casting directors out there. Maybe think about that. Shake it up a little bit. There's no reason why Nicole couldn't have played the main character. She was so great. And I'd love to see Raquel, the beautiful woman, play a quirky best friend. That would be very fun. And unexpected. In a Lifetime movie, we are usually following the white protagonist story. Why not follow the Asian character story? It could add an interesting dynamic. It could. And that wraps it up for this episode. If you want more Lifetime in Court, you can check out our website, lifetimeuncourt.com. Don't forget to follow me at Patrick Miguel or the show at Lifetime in Court. Like this video and comment, subscribe, tell your friends, all those YouTube-y things. And don't forget to donate to our Ko-fi page. We love to hear from you with these little messages. You can donate $3 and leave a little message. It's very fun and nice and makes my day so much happier. And I think that's it for now. Okay, we'll talk to you soon. Bye.